Welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh, and we're taking your phone calls on the Borders and Borders hotline, 412-575-2600. If you need a roof, make sure you call Ireland Contracting because they're the best in the business. That's why they're #1 in Pittsburgh. Easy to remember their number, 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's what they specialize in, but they can do anything outside, inside, whatever you need. Give them a call, 1-800-NEW-ROOF. That's Ireland Contracting. Farmers Open. You can watch that on KDK, the final round tomorrow. Justin Rose has a 3-shot lead right now, 63, 66, and a 69 today. Adam Scott in second place, 15 under, and he shot 65 today. Woods, he's 5 under, but that means he's 13 shots, 13 shots back of Rose. He shot 70, 70, and 71 today at Torrey Pines. So, you know, shaking out to be a pretty good final round here with Rose, Scott, Rahm in the final 2 groups there. So fighting it out for the Farmers. Golf is starting. I love it. You know, it's nice. All right, that means the good weather is here anytime now. Let's go out to Mike out in Bethel Park. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, hey, Rich. Thanks for the call here. I enjoy watching the golf, especially in the wintertime when we're stuck indoors. But
yeah, you know what? I think we're about, I would say, under 60 days away from nice golf weather. Decent.
Yeah. I was just curious. Some of the rule changes here I'm okay with the spike marks. I know you used to play golf, not no more. That drove me nuts. You got 4 spike marks on a 2-footer that you need. Ball bounces all over the place. I'm okay with tapping them down. But leaving the flag in, I'm having trouble watching that, and I can't imagine Masters, the British Open, all these tournaments of, you know, leaving the flag and a guy has a 4-foot slider downhill lightning quick. It can just kind of hit for the middle of the stick and drop it in. I didn't know your thoughts on leaving the flag in on the putting green now.
You know, I like some of the rule changes. They're trying to speed up the game, trying to make the game, you know, better for the younger generation, easier for people to play. I get what they're trying to do, and I don't mind it. I don't mind the flag in. It speeds up play. You don't have to take the flag out, but I personally like the flag out. I take the flag out everywhere. If I'm on the fringe, if I'm on the apron and I'm putting, even if I'm chipping sometimes, I like the flag out. But I get why some guys want the flag in because you can kind of ram it and hit the middle of that flagpole and it drops in there, but it also could hit the side of it and bounce out. But, you know, the main reason for keeping the flag stick in is to speed up play, just like some of these other rules. You have the out-of-bounds rule that's going to be going into effect soon where you can hit a ball out of bounds and go up and play it where it went out, and you take an extra stroke there. So instead of hitting off the tee at 3, you would be hitting where it went out at 4. So these are some of the rules that are going into effect locally. I know a lot of golfers, you know, one thing I would like to see them change, and I know a lot of golfers complain about it. Say you hit a good drive right down the middle, 250, 275, 300, whatever, right down the middle. You're in a fairway, you're playing in a nice place, and it goes into a divot. You know, those should be, there should be some kind of, you know, I know Palmer and Nicholas were all for that. You know, get that out and put it on the fairway. That's why you don't want to be penalized for hitting in a divot that someone didn't fix. And a lot of these public golf courses, you find that all the time. You're in the fairway, but you're in a divot. So I know sometimes if you're in a friendly game, a lot of people let you roll it into the good grass. But, you know, if you're playing a tough match with someone, they're not going to let you roll it out of there, and you're going to be penalized. I've been in some of those divots sometimes, look, you know, 120 yards out from the green, and you're basically penalized because you're hitting out of a divot, and you got to hit it a different way. I don't like that. I think that's one of the rules that they should consider changing in the future. I don't mind the dropping the ball, what, 1 inch or 2 inches away. I dropping it, that's another one. But, you know, I think you got to ease people into it. You know, that you got to ease you know, I know the younger generation wants to probably make it easier. It's a tough game. And these rules, some of them are just antiquated, outdated, whatever you want to call it. I think that's what ruined maybe golf the last, what, decade or so. It's just because of all the stupid rules there. So now that they're making it easier for your average golfer, I think people are going to participate in it more. And that's what it is about getting participation up in golf, because a lot of these golf courses are dying, especially in an area like this where you get a lot of rain and you can't play. So you're going to see some golf courses closing, especially some country clubs soon, probably in the next few years.
Okay, I agree. Thank you very much.
No problem. I appreciate it. Let's go out to the phone lines. We're going to go out to Pete out in Squirrel Hill. What's up, Pete? Thanks for calling.
How are you tonight?
Good, thanks.
Rich, 2 points. Number one, Major League Baseball top 100 prospect list.
What, three guys in it, right?
The organization, the Pirates have one in there.
I thought it was three.
No, they have one. Listen to this one, okay?
Yeah.
Number San Diego Padres have 9. The Atlanta Braves have 8. Oakland A's have 7. Both the Braves and the A's have gone to the playoffs last year already. But the more important point is, has anybody in this town in the media ever looked in Neil Huntington's eye and asked him the question, whose decision was it to pass on Mike Trout in the draft? Not other organizations passing on him. Why did the Pirates pass on him, who already is universally regarded as the greatest player of his generation, and by Bleacher Reports, Rich, is rated at 26 as the 6th greatest center fielder in the history of the game.
Pete,
why did they pass on him?
You know, before you hang up, when did Mike Trout go? Wasn't he around 20-ish?
Mike Trout was passed on by other organizations.
I know that, but where did he go in the draft? I don't have it in front of me. Do you know?
Because he was from New Jersey. He only played 5 months out of the year.
I get it.
I heard from a reliable source that the reason the Pirates passed on him is because they did not want to hurt Andrew McCutchen's ego. Because if Trout arrived, McCutchen was gone from center field, Rich.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I buy into that. I'll try to find that out. But, you know, a lot of teams passed on Mike Trout. And you know what? The Pirates have passed on a lot of guys because of agents. But I don't think this was the situation because they weren't signable guys. The catcher from the one catcher, I slipped my mind what his name was, from Baltimore a few years ago. He was in Baltimore. Matt Wieters, that's who it was. Matt Wieters. They passed on him. They passed on a few guys because they're Boris guys and they couldn't sign them. But you know, I think we've been pretty critical of the Pirates on this show, both Bob and I. We talked about it. We've been candid. You know, my problem is with them not spending money and trying to fool people into that we're doing the right thing. You know, go and sign a couple free agents. They still haven't really done that yet. There's some guys out there that they could sign. Who's going to be their shortstop? That Gonzalez guy? I mean, they still need an infielder. I think they still need to sign an outfielder. Chisenhall, is that going to be your guy in the outfield until Polanco gets back? I think they could use a pitcher in the rotation right now. Until Mitch Keller, Bob Pompiani talked to Mitch Keller. He's a guy that maybe is fighting for that final spot, potentially. I don't think he, you know, realistically, I don't think he is. But, you know, if he has one heck of a spring, maybe they're going to put him on the roster. I don't know. My issue with the Buccos is not spending money. They're second to last right now. Their payroll it's just laughable. They need to go out and sign a couple free agents because if they don't, I think it's a PR move. If they do, they have to. You got to get a guy in here that might draw some attendance, might draw some excitement. You know, I was just talking to one of my coworkers here who said this is the least he's been excited about a Pirates season, and he's a big Pirates fan, and that just goes to show you what some of the fans are thinking out there right now. We're going to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls, some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.